Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to restore this white bug. I found it in a local flea market. It is not in a very good condition. It is missing its rear wheel and also the base is in bad condition. It's broken and missing its spring part. The brand of this bug is really unknown. It is made in China and I'm not too sure who made it. However, with that being said, the shape of this bug is very detailed, although it is a cheap model without any branding. I'm starting by removing this part here. It has its own rivet, so I will have to glue it back together. Now I have to figure out how to fix the base, which was found out as a broken piece. The one way is of course copying the shape of this part and just fabricating it from a piece of metal. However, in this case, copying the base is not too good for me because I wanted to create different position of this bug by lowering it to the ground. So I have to make a combination between the older base and something new. The easiest way for me to do that is to use a piece of wooden stick. So here's the most basic part I've ever used on my custom creations, and it is a popsicle stick. I'm going to combine this part with the older base. I'm going to cut front and back section, and then I will use the base at the middle under the seats. This part will allow me to lower the wheels even further inside the fenders. Then I will cover the entire part with epoxy and you will not recognize that it was a popsicle stick before. So now it is time to present you the car after I've lowered the entire base. As you see, it is rolling and the wheels are seated in the right place. Now I'm going to cover the wooden parts with epoxy, and at the end it will be painted in black, so you will not notice what was there before. I've also decided to cut the window on each side, the passenger and the driver's side. Now you may ask yourself what happened to the headlights. I wanted to eliminate them because they weren't at the right scale and at the right height. And now you can see the car from all directions is starting to get the right shape as I've imagined. Now I will have to deal with the headlights and taillights. I want to customize them as well. Right before adding the headlights, I want to smoothen this fender on both sides. I want it to be smooth and round. After smoothing up the fenders, it is time to mark the places where I need to drill holes and create new headlights for this little bug. I came up with this idea of drilling first holes and then filling them with epoxy because I wanted to create better contact between the drop of glue and the car's body. It will fill the hole and create stronger attachment for sure. From this point you can see the magic. It is some kind of plug that goes all the way inside the fender. On this model, I'm also adding the indicators on each one of the fenders. It will give this car a more realistic appearance. Now after the epoxy had dried, it is time to smooth up the headlights and also the tail lights. And now let me show you the model after it was painted. You can see I've decided to go with this metallic brown, and I also detailed the headlights, the indicators and the taillights at the back. I've painted the interior with white and also detailed the trimming on each one of the windows and the windshield itself. The wheels are Matchbox, they are plastic ones, but they're really nice set of wheels. I really like them. There's another option to add a roof rack for this car, so I took one that I've already been using on a few models of my bugs, and you will see that this car also is looking very nice with a roof rack on top of it. And here is the roof rack on top of this bug. You can see that with this roof rack it looks very nice as well. And I will leave you with these images and I will say thank you again for watching. The next video will be with the Chevy pickup truck I've showed you in the last video. I've added suspension and also some rust effects, and I hope to finish that video this week as well. After I finished editing this video, I've realized that I was very wrong with something with the headlights. I used too much black paint inside them, so I came up with this better version of my headlights. I've used only gray inside them, and I think it is way better this way. Please let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. I will see you soon. Bye bye.